Okay, here we got some more stuff here for you today. We're kind of on a roll making videos, so we'll be very, very much behind. We installed a battery charger in this shortly after we bought the boat. We chose a NOCO Genius 10x2. It's a GENPRO 10x2. That means it's a 20 amp battery charger and it puts out 10 amps per bank. So in our case, come on around here and show these batteries. What we have here is two batteries. So we've got the charger, the first division of it does battery 1. Hold on there, we're going to turn the light on.
Okay. Yeah, so we can
see what we're doing.
Show them that.
So anyways, one of the banks, you can see the two controllers there. Hope it's not too washed out for you. One's for one battery, and the other's for the second battery. This charger will charge a multitude of batteries, even lithium batteries. It also it works really good in hot weather, and it works really good in cold weather. So it has a variety of things that it does. It's waterproof, which means it's probably explosion proof, so you can have it in your build on your inboard boats. That's pretty much it for the charger. It'll also do batteries from 0 volts, so if you screw up and let your batteries completely die, this bugger's supposed to be able to bring them back from 0. So that's pretty cool. A lot of chargers won't do that. You have to fake out the batteries, add some voltage to get the charger to go. This one's not like that. Another thing this charger does is you set it up the first time and you tell it what kind of batteries you got, and it's pretty much done as far as setting it up at that point. And if you unplug it and then you plug it back in again to shore power and it starts charging again, it remembers what it was set at. So you literally can just plug this plug in right here and you're rocking and rolling. You're off to the restaurant, go get your dinner or whatever you want to do.
But you had added that plug, right?
Yeah, we added that plug. That's something else we're going to show you here in a second. Of course, we purchased the plug. The plug has 2 outlets. I don't know if you can see that in the back or not. Hopefully you can. But it has 2 outlets back here. And we piped the one to the charger, obviously, so it powers the charger. The second exit wire off of that, we ran into a 12-foot extension cord. And we ran it through our gunnel all the way up here to the front. And you can hopefully see that where it's lit up there. That's the other end of that extension cord. So that gave us power inside our cabin. We can use that to power things like, what did we come up with on our little list there?
The trolling motor battery.
Yeah, not that this isn't going to charge the trolling motor battery, but if we're plugged into shore power, we're going to have a separate trolling motor battery charger up there in that forward compartment. But we'll be able to power that, a second charger, phone chargers.
Microwave if we get in.
Okay, sorry about that. We had a phone call come in. What we thought we might use that cord for in the cabin. Of course, when you're working on a boat, you got a place to plug in a drill and whatever else you got for your electrical things and needs that you might have. Most of our tools nowadays are battery operated, so it's not really relevant. But anyhow, we got trolling motor batteries. That's one of the things we mentioned. We have a drone, so like if we're dockside, we can charge our drone batteries up if we're out for the weekend. We've got camera batteries that we've got to keep going, obviously, with chargers, you know, AC stuff. We plan on having a VHF handheld radio. We've not gotten one yet, but we do plan on intending on doing it to give us a second VHF radio, because you really need 2. When we've been out with the local sheriff and police departments, what we normally do is their boats will be on an off channel, so we switch over to their channel so we can gossip back and forth, you know, with our safety concerns and communication with them. And we want to have a second radio so that we can maintain that channel 16, so in case we get any notices through that. And we also want to maintain 16 because if we happen to have a barge or something coming up the river, they can hail us, like to tell us to get the hell out of their way. which we really want them to do. So we want to know that they're coming. These phone amps that people are using for these AIS things, or vessels that are coming down the rivers, those are nice, but I'm not 100% confident in putting my life in the hands of an app. On the water with AIS, you actually can be hailed by another vessel. You can absolutely see them coming, depending on what range you've got set up in your system to detect those and to alert you to it. That's a real important thing. So anyhow, we need to keep that VHF radio charged what we can in the event that we're gone, out for an entire weekend, or we'll never be able to go more than a weekend. We're not like a lot of these other guys that are full-time out there on the road for weeks at a time. So
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, not yet. Hopefully one day. Well, we got that, and then we got power bricks that we use, for backup power. We got we plan on maybe having a little microwave in here for when we're out. And of course, we got phone chargers and iPads and laptops, so we've got a lot of power needs on that. So that's why we've got the plug inside the boat there. That also plugs into a power strip. And that's pretty much it for that. I'm sure that everybody's got their own needs and wants and whims for that, but our plan is to be able to use that when we're dockside, and we're fortunate enough to have a place to plug in. And not only that, but when we're here at our home base, and we can just plug in the charger and forget it, and it can keep our batteries maintained, and
Do whatever we want, yeah.
yeah, pretty much whatever we want. We might want to have a small space heater to keep the cabin warm continuously one day, to keep any like our porta potty from freezing up or something like that. So we're good to go on the power side of it. We will post the pictures of the units that we bought. We will post the
accessories
that we ended up buying. Well, we're not going to post the electrical connectors and things that we use. We did use marine electrical connectors. We do that in any additions that we do. We use marine grade. Those are the ones that have the little gel. I'm not sure what it is. It's like a Vaseline compound in the connector, so that when you heat shrink them, they seal. So you get a good quality connection. Plus, you're kind of protected for the marine environment the best you can. That's pretty much it. Let me just show you one more time though. I'm going to show you the charger and where we decided to mount it. We just pinned it to that back rail. Hopefully that's going to be enough. The charger is pretty heavy, and with a lot of percussions that boats take, maybe that could break off sometime, but I'm fairly faithful that it's going to stay there. And we've seen guys set them in their floors, which is not cool. We've seen guys strap them to the top of their batteries, which is not cool. I mean, it can be done. It depends on where you got your bar set. So our bar is set as far up as we can, within our means. And hopefully that'll give you some ideas of what we did. I mean, none of the stuff that we do is probably 100% awesome, but this is how we did our situation. So just wanted to let you know that. And I think that's pretty much it, aside from we've got some USB plugs that we installed on the inside. I guess we'll just show you those now, if we got enough light in here to do that. Well, we're talking about chargers.
Yeah, well, we're talking about power, I guess.
Yeah, we're talking about power and chargers. We have these USB plugs that we installed, and they're pretty nifty. They've got a cover that keeps the dirt out of them.
Take that and get it up close if you can.
So, and they also show your voltage, and that's what we use, this voltage, a lot. I don't know if you can read it or not. Yeah, it looks like it's coming in pretty good. So you can just kind of turn those on periodically. You can see your battery voltage. So
and then we plug the cord into it and plug your iPad or phone into it.
Yeah, that's what we do when we keep our iPad charged up. The bad thing about these things is that the plug is on this side of the LED thing. So when you plug in your connector, you're now blind to it.
You have to look around it, yeah.
Yeah, so we could rotate these to where we could see behind them, but we haven't. I probably will do that in the future, because that is a real pain in the butt. There's a small switch back here too that turns them on and off. It's on the side there. When you look at these up on the internet there to purchase them, maybe you can see the switches and how they all lay out. Anyway, we just had to drill a little hole in them, and we wired them separately.
Got one on the other side too.
Yeah, I've got one there, and we've got one on the right side here. So we got his and her stuff.
Yeah.
We got to have one for the queen, you know. She has her own stuff. So anyway, that's it
Those
for
are
that.
nice little additions, though.
Yeah, and they're fused separately in the fuse boxes. So, and the fuse box is something we're going to have in another later video. We had to upgrade that. We went from a 6-port to a 12-port, so we bought a new one of those and put on. And we've not filled it up yet, but we're rolling up on it. So,
that should cover it for power right now, anyway.
yeah, that should cover it for our power requirements. We wanted to do all these videos as we kind of went along, but we were kind of got in a hurry, and we had some things that we found in the lake that overwhelmed us, and it just kept going from one thing to the other thing to the other thing, so we weren't able to do these things in the sequence that we actually did them, as you know, since
And
we
it's
bought the
winter
boat.
now, and
Yeah, it's winter now, so we're having more time to do things, and we got our sonar videos up online. Hope they haven't bored the living heck out of you, but now it's time to do this stuff. You know, we've got some other videos coming up where we want to do an in-depth review of this boat that we're pretty pleased with. And there's pros and cons to it, but there's not as many cons as there are pros, that's for sure. We still have to move our rear controls. We want to bring those forward. We still want to put radar on the boat. We still got the trolling motor go. We still got quite a few things to go. And we still got to get practiced up in our live scan. We want to get a power pole, and we're making up our mind between the live scanner and the cornfield live. I think they call theirs live scanner, and the other one is I get confused on them.
yeah, we saw them at the fishing show here last month.
Yeah, really nice people. They seem
Yeah.
to be very knowledgeable. And we're looking at a Kraken trolling motor too, so the Kraken's the way we want to go because we want to stay in the Garmin thing, and we didn't want that, the Force Kraken, I think it is, the one that's got the big scissor arm.
No, the Force is the one with the bigger one. The Kraken's a more
The smaller
compact.
one has
yeah.
a smaller footprint on it. So
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of for another
Yeah.
video, but we just want to tell you kind of a little update of where we're at and where we're going. So you'll be getting these all probably in a bunch. So that's it, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.